What are the properties of vital force?
Ma'am, vital force is an energy
Huh?
or a force. It is a dynamic energy which animates the human body. We can also call it as simple substance.
Hmm. What quality is mentioned by Dr. Kent?
Simple substance is nothing but it is the influx which is continuous when it is continuous harmony of our health,
Hmm.
and when it is get discontinued there is no existence of the man.
Okay. Next property.
And next property is it is the strongest substance
Hmm.
which is intelligent.
Next. First one we have
Which
seen, that is the
Cohesion.
influx. Second is intelligent. Third one,
Cohesion.
cohesion. Fourth
cohesion
one,
property.
fourth one,
It is simple, compound, and complex.
simple, compound, and complex. Next.
Complex. Then formative intelligence.
Next one.
Ma'am, it is dynamic.
I'm not audible to you. Urvi is saying I'm not audible.
मला आवाज नाही येते तुमचा.
मला येतोय तुझा.
हॅलो.
तुझा नेटवर्क चेक कर.
हॅलो.
Okay. What else we have seen yesterday?
And there is another state of matter which is ether.
Hmm. So what? What is the relation of that ether and vital force?
अनदर म्हणजे इथर आपल्याला दिसत नाही किंवा आपण त्याला टच नाही करू शकत,
Hmm.
पण त्याचा एक्झिस्टन्स आपण फील करू शकतो.
कसं? How? Wrong answer. Anyone
And we
else?
took the example of iodine.
Hmm. For what we have took the example of iodine? For which property?
For cohesion.
For cohesion. So we have seen that this is dynamic, this is a energy, this is a simple substance which is having the cohesive property. Then
Mm.
it is also having the property of adaptation. So all these properties we have seen regarding the vital force. Now we will move further. The innermost degree of life substance are suitable to will and understanding. So this vital force maintains the harmony between the will and your understanding. The outermost degree to very coarse tissue, and there is a one continuous series of quality in degree from innermost to the outermost. So yesterday we have seen that we cannot measure this vital force. The degree of fitness only gives us the idea of the quantity of the vital force. As we are measuring the grains or the vegetable like that, we are not measuring vital force. So um, the vital force, if it is present, that means that is the healthy condition. Yesterday we have seen that this is, it do not have again the weight, it do not have a time, and do not have a proper space. We cannot predict these qualities about the simple substance, but though we cannot predict in terms of physical law or the law of the physics, but it is present, the presence of simple substance we can feel by the degree of our health. If you are healthy, that means the vital force is present in a proper amount, it is not get deranged, that we have seen yesterday. Every cell has within, in the innermost and the outermost, because there is nothing in that which the coarest, but has that which is the finest too. So these vital force is present inside our body and in the tissues also, in each and every cell of our body. The outermost envelope are dominated by coarser degree of simple substance, and the innermost quality is dominated by the innermost the outermost envelope are dominated by the coarser degree of simple substance, and the innermost qualities are dominated by the innermost degree. So it is present internally, it is present externally. We cannot define the space of that vital force. Each portion has an appropriate form, and from the outermost to the innermost, it has all. It is giving the proper shape, proper form to our body. It is present in an equal amount in our body. Otherwise the human body cannot be dominated and cannot be ruled. If it is not present everywhere in the body, then this simple substance will not be able to dominate, or will not be able to maintain the harmony in between the cells, in between the tissues, and in between the organs. Each tissue has within in its portion of the vital substance, each having its own peculiar kind of function. So, the liver is doing metabolism, the lung is doing the respiration work, kidney is performing filtration of blood. Why they are performing all these functions? Because the vital substance is present, and the vital substance endowed them a peculiar kind of function. Kidney is not doing the respiration, or the lung is not helpful for the metabolism. Everyone is doing its own function. Everyone is independent. At the same time they are dependent upon each other. They are not interfering with each other, because the communicating force which is present in between all the cells and all the tissues, it is the simple substance, and simple systems endowed them with a peculiar function. Inert substances have their own degree. So everyone is having their own function and their own degree. Silesia. Silesia means, do you know the silesia? We have learned in the first year the meaning of silesia. Silesia means, what is the crude drug substance silesia? Every day we are seeing this silesia. What is this? What is a common name for silesia?
Silicic oxide.
That is a chemical name. What is a common name for the silesia?
Silicon dioxide.
Huh?
Silicon dioxide.
Find out a common name for the silesia and give me the answer. Silesia has its degree of simple substance within it, which can brought out by the process of potentization. So here he compare the crude drug substance with that of the simple substance again. We know the process of dynamization, we know the process of potentization. By this process, we are increasing, or we are arousing the inner or the hidden activity of that crude drug substance. We are brought them into the activity. Correct? Is this a definition of dynamization or potentization? Is it correct or not? What is the definition of potentization? Nobody is here.
Yes.
Then why you are not giving answers? What is potentization?
Ma'am, can I?
Mention your name and then give the answer.
Srinivas Rathod.
Bola.
Potentization is the physical process in which the crude, असंच काहीतरी ma'am. The crude substance
हाँ.
Mm.
Physical process by which we are arousing the hidden property of that crude drug substance into the activity. Correct?
Yes.
So the which is the hidden energy is present in that crude drug substance, we are activating that. So similarly, with the simple substance is present inside each and every cell, it is get activated. That means you are in a healthy state. If it is not activated, that means you are in a disease state. So this is explained by taking the example of silesia. Silesia means valu, common name. मिट्टी जिसको बोलते हैं हम. So that silesia is of no use in its crude form. But when that silesia, when that sand, when it is potentized, then it is used as a medicine for the skin complaints. It is also useful for the throat pain. It is a very good remedy for the it is an antipsychotic medicine. It is good remedy for all the antipsychotic complaints such as carbuncles, or it may be the any injury to the skin or any outgrowth of the skin. So this silesia will become a good remedy for the throat complaint, for the skin complaints when you are doing the potentization. But if before that, if you are not doing the potentization, it is of no use. You are seeing this sand every day. It is of no use unless and until you are not doing potentization. So similarly, this simple substance is also present everywhere in our body, but we are not having its importance. We are doing our regular work. We are not giving much importance. Yes, we are healthy, but as soon as we are having the certain complaint, we are in a state of dis-ease and discomfortness, then and we understand the importance of our health, then we understand the importance of our vital force. So here he has given the example of silesia to explain this, whereby it may be continuously simplified, rendered finer and finer, so that each portion which remains may be continued potentization, be adapted to the higher degree of simple substance of a man. So in the crude form, it is of no use, but as soon as it is potentized, higher and higher degree, it is useful for the skin complaints. The 30th potency of silesia will be sufficiently similar in the form to reach a curative way some of the disease of man. So as soon as 30th potency means you have done the potentization. So he said that when you do the potentization, then it is useful for the curing a person, namely such as dominating its economy, a correspondingly superficial and a coarse series of the body. So you can treat the number of symptoms with the help of this silesia. But it is true that silesia ceases after a time to act in the 30th potency. It is to be further potentized in order that it may be similar in a quality to the inner degree, even until it reaches a very innermost to the finest degree of simple substance. So if you want to reach this silesia to inner and inner cells of our body, then you have to do the potentization. You have to decrease the quantity of that silesia, and you have to increase the dynamic power or the dynamic level of that silesia, and for that we have to do the potentization. Then and then that finest degree of that silesia will reaches to the simple substance, and it will act on that simple substance, because simple substance is again a dynamic. So the medicine which required to cure that simple substance, we require a dynamic medicine, and for that dynamicity we are doing potentization. So this is the another property he explained about the simple substance. He compare it with the medicine. As the simple substance is a dynamic, so medicine is also required dynamic. This simple substance is present inside and outside the body, but we are not getting the importance unless and until we are in a disease condition. As soon as we disease, we understand the importance of our health. Ultimately, we understand the importance of simple substance. As the disease is dynamic, as the vital force is dynamic, so we have to give the potentized medicine so that it will act on the dynamic level. The next property and the last, I think so, that is the aura. That simple substance is having its own atmosphere. Everything in the universe has its own aura or atmosphere. Every star and planet has an atmosphere. The sun's atmosphere is its lights and heat. So we know the planet and the stars. The planets are revolving, the stars are fixed. So they are having their own atmosphere. Sun atmosphere, we know that is the light and the heat. Every human being has its atmosphere or the aura. Every animal has its atmosphere. So everyone is having their surrounding, everyone is living in their atmosphere. Our atmosphere is changes, that we called it as a change of season. This aura is present in all the entities. What may be said to the aura of musk? This is a strong physical aura which almost everyone can perceive. Musk means what? The covering of that grain. A grain of musk has been kept in experimental sacks, a bottle of the 17 years, giving a perceptible aura, yet without a loss of weight. As further evidence of aura, take for instance the animal which prey upon their food, and you know that they can discover extremely intense aura states that the man cannot discover. Yesterday only I have told you, the man is a supreme power because he is having the mind and he can think. Animals cannot do it. The only work of the animal is to search for food. They they want the prey as their food, so their aura is what? To look after for the food. They're always looking here and there for food. But what is our aura? We have a different auras. We are having a different atmosphere, and that's why we are having the different intentions. This is not an ordinary nose, but it is really a very distinct instinct of the animal whereby he pursues what is prey. His instinct is analogous to the man's perception. By these instincts, he discovered his prey, and when the man could not able to discover it. So everyone is having the different aura. What the animals are doing, that we are not doing. They are in a different aura. They are always looking for the prey. Man can discover the musk in a bottle, but it is doubtful if the man could discover the finest aura by it. This aura became useful and introduces a prominent sphere, a study of homeopathies. A consciousness between two simple substances is really that atmosphere by which one knows the other, and by which all affinities and repulsions between the simple substance are known. So, aura of the simple substance is our body. The consciousness is the aura of that simple substance, and this is the what we needed for our life. There is an harmony or the antagonism. If the aura is not present, then it will be an antagonism. That means the opposite things will be happen. And if the aura is present, that means the harmony will be there. Human beings are thus classified by positive and negatives. Minerals and world generally are classified positive and negatives. This has underlying cause. We know as we think, as we having the surrounding, we may be the positive or we may be the negative. Similarly, for we are positive or we be the negative depending upon the cause of that particular situation. Substances are extremely powerful when meeting another substance which are antagonistic in atmosphere, meeting the substance in a destructive way. So this you जैसे मैंने पहले बोला था कि you can be a psoric patient or you can be a psychotic patient, but the destruction is the red line of the psychosis and the syphilitic. It is not for the sora. So either you are positive or negative, or you may be the constructive, you may be the destructive. It is totally depending upon your aura, how you are thinking. Are you thinking about the distractive way? Again, this is the aura that is present. The formative process are often brought by destruction. Forms are destroyed in order that new forms may exist, and new forms, therefore, are often created from simple substance. So, your nature is changing, your aura is changing only because of this simple substance. Sometimes you are positive, sometimes you are negative. Again, this is the aura which is created by this simple substance, because the forms can be sometimes destructive. That means your aura is negative, your simple substance is not giving you the way. And sometimes you are a formative one, that means you are a positive. They are the two reclaims of world, and the reclaim of the world of cause and the reclaim of the world of ultimates. So everything that we have seen, the in our universe we are having the two world that we have seen. Everything is having its beginning. What do you mean by reclaim? Huh? What do you mean by reclaim? It is a
Retrieve.
Area of activity.
area of activity, and area kingdom also we can say. So it is a kingdom, or it is the phase we can say. So this maybe the एक है cause का और दूसरा है ultimate का. So if your cause for that particular thing is positive, the ultimates will be again a positive. Again, this is depend upon your simple substance. In this outermost or the physical world, we can see with eye, touch with finger, smell with nose, hear with ear, such a reclaim of results. But these are only the things that and possible only because of the simple substance or the kingdom or the reclaim of the simple substance. The word cause is invisible, we not discoverable by the five senses. It is the world of thought and discoverable only by the understanding. So this last thing he has given the summary of all the properties that we have seen earlier. He said that this simple substance which is present, which cannot be see with our eyes, but we can feel it, we can understand it. Similarly, we cannot find out the cause of the disease, but we can only understand it. And for that we are giving the dynamized medicine. That which we see about us is the only the world of end, and the world of cause is invisible. So cause is invisible. Don't run behind that cause. The exciting causes, maintaining causes, and the fundamental causes. In this way, we are classifying the causes, but to see them with eye, it is very difficult, because the single cause is not responsible for the any disease. The multiple or the supplementary causes are also are there for the formation of any disease in our body. Our immunity first, the thing that is get deranged, or the vital forces deranged, and then the opportunistic infection is there by the bacteria and the viruses, which are invisible. So he said that the world of cause is invisible. It is possible that we may perceive the innermost, and it is important almost that man may know and look from within, from all things, of starting in the physical world and attempting to look upon the things in the immaterial world. He will then account for law and pursue the operation of law. So the man is the thing that he cannot perceive the innermost thing. He cannot, but he can feel it. We cannot see the vital force, but we can only feel it. All the activities are going on only because of this simple substance. He will account the law and pursue operate of law. Homeopathy exists as a law. Its cause are in reclaim of causes. So what we are following? We are following the law of a doctrine of vital force. And in that only we find out the cause. The cause of the disease is only the derangement. We are not running behind that material cause. If it did not exist in the world of cause, it could not exist in the world of ultimates. It is a reclaim of cause that we must look for the primaries in the study of homeopathy. So we are not running behind the cause of that disease. Whatever may be the cause, the signs and symptoms which are present in front of you, treat it. Mark them person as a sick person. Keep it in a mind that the simple substance is not working properly. It is get deranged and give the potentized medicine. Of course, it will seem that the whole of this subject looks towards the establishment of the new system of pathology, which will be एक सेकंड हे जात का नहीं है which will be the groundwork of homeopathy. So what is our groundwork? That is the establishment of the new system of pathology. Because what is given in the pathology, ki XYZ virus and a bacteria, this is responsible for this type of disease. But what we are doing, we say that ki this bacteria is the ultimate thing. It is not the proper cause of the disease. What is the proper cause of the disease then? The derangement of this simple substance. Because this simple substance is a powerful, this simple substance is endowed with the intelligence, this is endowed with all the things by which we are alive, we can do our work, and we are having the harmony. So the things which derange the simple substance, we are taking only the account of the signs and symptoms. We therefore study simple substance in order that we may arrive at the nature of sick making substances. Why we are studying this simple substance? Whether it is a derange or not, whether it is in a order or in a disorder. What is the nature of this simple substance now by which that person is became a sick? So ultimately, we are taking only the manifestations of this deranged vital force. And for that, we are giving our potentized medicine to arrive that deepness of the simple substance. That is the nature and the quality of the remedy itself. The homeopathy to be the remedy to be a homeopathic must be a similar in quality and similar in its action to the disease cause. So why we are giving the potentized medicine? Because this simple substance is a dynamic, and for that we have to give the similar but dynamic medicine to cure that disease, to remove the cause of the disease from our body and to increase our susceptibility. And for all these things we have to understand the nature of that simple substance, because we are here, he has mentioned that ki therefore we study the simple substance. For to know the nature of the disease, we have to study the simple substance. If you don't know the qualities of simple substance, you will not understand the sick making substances. You will not understand the signs and symptoms if you do not know the nature of the simple substance, and ultimately you will not be able to prescribe the homeopathic similar medicine. You will not be able to remove the cause of the disease from the patient's body. So in this way he explained the vital force as a simple substance. Why he called it as a substance? Because it is a thing by which, though it is a immaterial, but it is present in our body. just like the fourth state of matter, though it is not, we are not be able to see it, but it is present similarly to that of the vital force, and hence he said that consider it as a substance, and hence we called it as a simple substance. So the properties like dynamic, the property like adaptation, aura, cohesion, then we have seen formative intelligence. It is it is a powerful energy which is present in our body. All these things we have seen of the qualities of the simple substance. So this is the view of Kant for the vital force. He called it as a substance, not the energy. He compared it with the different things, and finally he said that if you want to prescribe the homeopathic medicine, first you have to understand the nature of that simple substance, and then only you can be able to prescribe the medicine. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So first property that we have seen regarding this, that is the vital force is nothing but the simple substance. It is a substance instead of using the word energy. It is a powerful energy, or it is a and hence it is a substance. Second quality we have seen, that is it is an influx. If that influx is not flowing, that person may be a dead person. Third property that we have seen, that it is endowed with the formative intelligence. If it is not having the intelligence, then it will not be able to maintain the harmony inside our body. Next property that we have seen, that is it is a it is simple, it is complex, and at the same time it is a compound. The next property that we have seen, that is the cohesion property. After that we have seen the property of adaptation, and last we have seen that is the it is having adaptation. Yesterday
Aura.
we have seen, and last we have seen its own aura. The aura of the simple substance is nothing but our body. It is having the dynamic nature. And to understand all this, or to prescribe the medicine, we have to understand all the qualities of this vital force. Now clear? Have you understood all the
Yes, ma'am.
properties?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in the next session, we will take the causes of the disease. Okay? Or shall I start the aphorisms? What do you want? Philosophy or aphorism?
Ma'am, aphorism.
Aphorisms.
Yes, ma'am. Aphorism.
Okay. So your homework is, because today is the last lecture in this week. So your today's homework is, please write down the gist or the summary of this philosophy, that is a simple substance, and list all the qualities of this vital force given by Dr. Kane, and explain it if possible. I will give you notes, but let me understand कि आपको कितना समझा है. Clear? Clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the next session, join the session after 3 to 4 minutes. In that we will, 3 minutes are remaining, I think so. Can anybody give me the properties, so that other will also get the idea how to write it? Can anybody?
Simple substance,
Hmm.
flux,
Hmm.
informative intelligence,
Hmm.
and simple, complex or compound,
Hmm.
then cohesion,
Hmm.
adaptation, and aura.
Very good.
Or
Mention your name.
I'm Anjali.
Okay. So write down all the properties and explain it by the suitable example which is given by Dr. Kent. Okay, if possible, write down. I will give you the notes. Don't worry. Okay. So in the next session, we will take aphorisms. I think from the antipathy we have to start now.
No, ma'am. Aphorism number 26.
20.
27.
26, ma'am. It's an important one, and you will give the explanation upon it.
Okay. So in the next session, we will start from the aphorism. Join the meeting after 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Any query, any doubt in this? Any doubt in the simple substance?
No, ma'am.
No doubt.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, if this simple substance is asked as a question, so we have to write all its properties with example, write like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Okay.
Generally, it asks for a 5. There is no format for that, for the simple substance. It can be for 2 marks, it can be for 5, it can be for 10 marks. So if you are
Okay,
preparing
ma'am.
for the more marks, then you can write down for the 2 or 5 marks. Easy. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Yes.
and whenever you are writing the philosophy according to Kant, please mention the same examples which are given by Kant. Don't write the examples by your own way, because the
Okay, ma'am.
examiner is very familiar to the examples which are given in the book. He will not give the marks, sufficient marks to you if you are giving the examples by your own way. Sufficient marks, I have said. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ending this meeting here. Join the meeting after 4 to 5 minutes.